Have you ever felt like your life is just one big test of survival? That's exactly how Ramesh felt. He was an ordinary man, a clerk in a small office, earning just enough to get by. Every single month was a struggle to pay rent, school fees, and buy groceries. But no matter how tough things got, Ramesh had a ritual. Every morning before work, he'd kneel beside his bed and pray. His prayers weren't long or fancy. They were simple, honest words from the heart. Lord, you know my needs. I trust you. One year, his world came crashing down. The company he worked for announced layoffs, and his name was on the list. Just like that, his only source of income was gone. He had no savings to fall back on, 2 children in school, and rent was due in just 10 days. Fear felt like a heavy stone in his chest. That night, he sat alone, holding the termination letter. He didn't shout or complain. He just prayed. God, I don't know what to do, but I know you do. I place my future in your hands. The days that followed were filled with silence. He sent out job applications, one after another, but received no calls, no replies. Friends offered advice, trying to help, but nothing brought him peace. Yet, through it all, one thing remained constant: his daily prayer. He kept praying, even when hope felt foolish and his situation looked impossible. He simply refused to give up on his conversation with God. One evening, something happened that shifted his perspective. His son came home from school and said, "Dad, my teacher asked what we want to become when we grow up." I said, "I want to be like my father, a man who trusts God." Hearing those words, Ramesh went into the bathroom and cried silently. His son saw not a failure, but a man of faith. It was a powerful reminder that his trust was not going unnoticed. Then, on the 10th day, the very day his rent was due, his phone rang. It was an unknown number. A company he had applied to weeks earlier and had forgotten about wanted to see him immediately. He rushed over, not with high expectations, but with a prayer in his heart. The interview was surprisingly short and simple. The manager looked at his resume and said, "We were actually looking for someone honest, not perfect. Can you start tomorrow?" But the good news didn't stop there. Not only did he get the job, but the salary was higher than his previous one. It came with full medical benefits for his family, and the new office was much closer to his home, cutting his commute time in half. When Ramesh got back home that evening, the first thing he did wasn't to celebrate. It was to pray. A simple prayer of gratitude. "Thank you, Lord." Later that night, as he reflected on everything that had happened, he understood something profound. He had prayed without knowing how God would answer, but he had always believed that God would answer. Prayer didn't change God's plan. Prayer had changed him. It gave him the strength to endure, the hope to keep going, and the faith to trust in a future he couldn't see. From that day forward, Ramesh carried a powerful truth in his heart. When you pray, don't just expect small things. Don't limit your expectations to easy solutions. Expect great things, because you are praying to a great and powerful God, who is capable of doing more than we can ever ask or imagine. Remember this: faith is not believing that God will do exactly what you want. Faith is believing that God will do what is best for you at exactly the right time. So in your prayers, dare to expect great things. Thanks for watching. If this story resonated with you, please like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring content.